Sure, let's go with this guy, just for the sake of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to Tokaido, here on the Board Game Arena. This is capital G. Good luck, everyone. GL to all. And we are playing a 3-player game of Tokaido. And it's pretty simple to play, actually. We each start from this inn in Kyoto, and we are traveling to Tokaido all the way to Tokyo. Or it could be the other way around, I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that I want to go... let's start here, at the village. We're playing the basic game of Tokaido, although online you can play with several promotional cards and expansions as well. So how the game works is whoever is the furthest away from the end, that's whose turn it is, and they can go as far along the road as they want, all the way up until the next inn. However, this game is about the journey, not the destination. So you can go all the way to the inn if you want, but you miss out on all of this cool stuff. And you don't want to miss out on all of this. So many places to visit, so many things to do. So many things to see. Like, let's check out. I want to check out the temple. Sure, let's check out the temple. You can check out the temple and you can pay homage to your deity of choice. You can donate up to 3 coins, each one for a point. Or you can stop on one of these encounter spaces, and you can encounter people also walking into Tokaido, and they'll give you a random benefit. You can stop at a hot spring to relax. Just relax, take it easy, and score 2 easy points. There's also some really nice scenery to experience, and the more often you experience that scenery, the more points you get, and that will be represented by simple cards. They're called panoramas, and there's 3 types: fields, which are these spaces; mountains, which are these spaces; and the sea, which are these spaces. There are 3, 4, and 5 cards in those panoramas, and the more of those cards you collect, the more points you get. And it's free to stop. So for example, I'm going to stop here and check out the mountains. I get a mountain panorama card that's worth 1 point. If I stop again, I'll get a card worth 2 points. And if I stop again, a card worth 3 points, etc. And I don't really want to go to the temple. I do want to save some money. We do have some money, so I'm gonna go for a random encounter and see what we get. I encounter a samurai, simply worth 3 points. Cool. Born of Ashes is already at $10. How's Born of Ashes have so much money? I'll check that out after. Really, the only way of getting money, you might be able to get lucky through encounters. Otherwise, you have to stop at these farms, these yellow spaces. Now, we're playing a 3-player game, so we can only use the spaces along the path. The game plays up to 5 players, and when you're playing 4 or 5 people, a second space for some of these locations becomes available. Do I want to go to the hot spring, or I just want to go for food? The decision making in this game really comes down to, do you want to just take this first spot and have more turns, or do you want to skip ahead a little bit and get to some spaces first? I'm not too worried about the inn right now, so I just go for the hot spring. I'll let everybody else go. I could have chosen to skip the hot spring, but I would have basically given either L'Exil or Born of Ashes 2 free points, because they would have stopped there and then continued on to the inn. Of course, they both have a lot of money. What are their characters? I started with Shinobi, which is anytime I stop at one of the 3 intermediary inns, which is, for example, this one, we will be stopping at 3 inns along the way, I'll be getting a free encounter card. Lixio is playing Kinko, who starts with a lot of money and buys meals for cheap. 1 less coin for meals. Meals are cards that we can buy at the inns, and they're worth 6 points. They're always worth 6 points, but they can cost 1 coin, 2 coin, or 3 coin. And hence that was what I was thinking about over here. I only have 2 coin, so it's possible that I might have to skip out on a meal. I get my free encounter, which gave me a free panorama card this time out, which is really cool. And here I can afford the meal, tempura. Serving of tempura. Always worth 6 points, but how many coins you pay can change. Because I can afford it, I'll do it. Because I was the last person in, I'm the first person to play. And they both have a lot of money. So I don't know if they're going to want to stop at the farm or not. No, I can't take that chance. I need money, so I'm going to stop at the farm. Farm, you simply get 3 coins when you stop at a farm. So that was the first of those inns, by the way. In number 2, in number 3, and then the game ends when we get to... I'm not trying to go into a space, I'm trying to show off this inn over here. So on your turn, you can go as far as you want up to the next inn. So from here, I can already go to the next inn if I so wanted to. I don't. Because, again, there's all this cool stuff along the way. Do I want more encounters? Or that's another mountain hot spring? I have another mountain panorama over here. How's everyone else doing? You can see, you just scroll down to see what cards you've collected. You can also scroll down to see what other people have collected so far. And Born of Ashes might actually stop on the mountain panorama if I let him. Although I do have more opportunities for it later. So I'll just go for the encounter card. And take the random benefit. And he gave me a free fields panorama card. So fields are there's 3 cards involved. For mountains there's 4. And for the sea, which I don't know if there's an example out right now. Yeah, here's an example, is 5 cards. As you can see, Born of Ashes is 3 cards in, and look at that. It's pretty beautiful. It's pretty awesome looking. So it is my turn. I am moving from... Oh, I could stop at the temple if I wanted to. Sure, why not? I'll trade 1 coin for 1 point. And then I can stop at the sea, or do I want to... I can stop at a village, or I can stop for more money. It's a sure thing that both of them will stop here, at these spaces. And then I'll end up being the first one in here, which I'm not sure. I have to decide if that's what I want. It's not a particularly stressful game, actually. I've not played this one over the table yet. I will soon, but I haven't played it over the table yet. But I can tell you it's not stressful, generally speaking. There is some thought as to if you want to skip spaces or not, but... First at the end, so I get cheap food, but then I'm the last person out. I could miss out on something. I go to the farm, I'll be the last person at the inn, but I'll have money for this section, which I kind of need. I don't really want to skip these, but I'm gonna have to. I'll go to the farm. They gave me a free visit to the temple, so that's a fair deal, I guess. So far I've got an early lead, 22 points worth of cards and stuff collected. Born of Ashes at 18, Lexil at 13. There are bonuses that are handed out over the course of the game. Like if you're the first to finish any given panorama, you'll get a bonus. And I'm sorry about that. I should really learn to turn my cell phone off when I'm recording these. Nonetheless, bonus points for completing panoramas, bonus points I think for donating the most to the temple, I think, is a thing. I don't have them all memorized. I should have. My apologies for that, but we will see them all at the end of the game. As far as expansions go, you can play an expansion to the game called Crossroads. You can play it on Board Game Arena. I think it was Lexil that started the game, and she chose basic, plain vanilla Tokaido. But with the Crossroads expansion, each space you stop on will give you 2 possible options, and adds a lot more to think about in each phase of the game, which is really cool. But for this one, just for the sake of the video, I do kind of like the fact that this is a basic game. Oh, all the food was super cheap. I like that. No complaints. So I've got tons of money. I've got $7 left right now. How did I get 7? What was my encounter? Earn a mountain card, earn a fields card. I encountered courage, and he's like, here, I'll give you some money. Awesome. So I've got cash to work with. So, yeah, village. I'm gonna buy stuff. Now, how village cards works, there's 4 types. You can get food souvenirs, food and drink souvenirs, you can get clothing souvenirs, art souvenirs, this is art, this is small objects. And for each set of different, each time you collect a different set of souvenirs, they give you more and more stuff. I forget what I had here, was that small objects or? No, I have a small object, so I can get either of these. So I'll just go for this one, it's cheap. And it contributes. So you get small objects is 1 point. This is the second card, the set's at 3 points. And then when I get a third one, 5, and then the fourth one, 7. So the more different types of souvenirs you have, the better. I must travel. I can get a mountain panorama. Done. You'll notice that we can't occupy the same space. In the basic game of Tokaido, there's no way of occupying the same space as another player. When you're playing with 4 or 5 players, you can have 2 people in one spot, and there's a space for them. But otherwise, there's no way of using the space that someone else has already taken in the basic game. In the expansion, there's a card that lets you circumvent that rule. Fields panorama. Don't really want to go to the temple, to be honest with you. Encounters are cool. I haven't built up sea panorama at all right now, so I'm not too worried about that. And of course, there's a village to think about. I'll take a fields panorama. There's still so many options for the other players that I think I'll have a shot at getting to the village next time. That would be awesome. Build up my souvenir count. Now there we go, so like Sale went to the temple, probably donating 2 or 3 coin. Chosen to donate 2. Yeah. So that leaves Mr. Bornavashis in the United States. He's gone to the farm, get some money, don't blame him. Now it's thinking time, because I definitely want to go to the village. But that's what I'm sacrificing. Done. Everything is worth 2. So what kind of souvenirs do I have again? I have food and drink. And I have small objects. So that's food and drink, that's food and drink. That's clothing. How do you pronounce that? Hayori? Let's go with it. Both the card and the pronunciation. As butchered as it probably is. And I've been maintaining a pretty good score, actually. I'm surprised. Oh, it's a race to finish the mountain panoramas. Born of Ashes at 3, I'm at 3. And where's the next mountain? That's a hot spring. The next mountain is way over here. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm last in on food. But I have a bit of a lead here. Maybe I might skip the food depending on the cost. Make sure I have money for the next village spot. There's 2 chances to go to the village. But we'll see what we have. I make an encounter, it gives me a sea panorama and cheap food. So I'll definitely buy into that. I think all the food cards I've purchased so far are pretty cheap, so it's safe to say that all the expensive ones are coming up soon. Actually, I think there might also be a bonus for spending the most amount of money at the end. Don't hold me to that, but there's a reason people would want to buy expensive food even when they're at the end before me. So there must be a bonus of some sort. So temple, hot spring, encounter, village. You know, I'll go to the hot spring to start and see what people want to do. Hot spring's the easy 2 points, of course. And Lexil's going for an encounter. She's got her, what, Fields Panorama card? No. Okay, yep. So Lexil actually got an achievement because she finished finished this particular panorama. She's got an extra 3 points. It's open. Village is open, so let's go for it and see if I can finish my set. Can I finish my set? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I can. Art souvenir. That's the 4th type. I don't have one. So that finishes my souvenir set. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. So Born of Ashes, yeah, he went for a sea panorama. He's at 4. Is there another chance for him to finish that? Yes, there is. So that's what he'll probably end up going for, if given the opportunity. My turn. I can stop at the hot spring and go for the encounter, or I can go for this. I want this. So it's a sacrifice, but I do want this. So I'm going to finish my mountain panorama. 4 cards, and I have this card to show that I've completed it first. Born of Ashes, grab the hot spring, of course. No surprise there. Lexil, of course, free encounter. So I had to give up these spots to complete that mountain, but as far as I'm concerned, it was worth it. Born of Ashes, of course, had this opportunity to complete the sea panorama and did so. Lexil, she's got lots of money. She might actually just skip this and go over to the village. Has she been collecting souvenirs? She has been. So yeah, she'll probably go to the village. Which, yep, she has. Because all the information is public, you can always just scroll down and see what the cards are. And she finished her set? No, she did not. It's a new set. You can have as many souvenir sets as you want, but for the most points you have to finish them. And I finished with 2 consecutive turns, which is really cool, so I'm going to grab this, get the free panorama, and I'll go to the end and get the first selection of food. I only have 1 coin, so I'm going to spend it for 6 points. I cannot eat the same meal twice. I did not know this. Okay, so not only can I not eat the same meal twice, but I can't afford anything else. That's not good. That would have been a really nice 6 points, but nice little pad. Make sure that I'm out of range of bonuses, or any possible bonuses that they may have. Fortunately, I did not get that opportunity this time. Okay, so you can't eat the same meal twice at inns. Good game. Who's got it though? It's tight. After Lexil buys 54. So it's either between me and Born of Ashes at this point, I'm sure. It's tight. It's tight. All the extra bonus cards are... Oh, I held on. Awesome. Awesome. 83, 74, 64. A win on camera. And I'm on fire. That's 2 games in a row I've won. Roger. I don't know what she's going to buy for. I don't know if that's like the highest score she's ever seen or what, but... So let's look again what the end game bonuses were. Lexa earned the collector card, I think, for collecting the most stuff at villages. I went to the Hot Springs the most, so I earned an achievement, the Bather card for 3 points. I also earned the Chatterbox card, which was 3 points for the most encounters. Born of Ashes earned 10 points for his donations to the temple, so he donated the most to the temple and got a huge bonus from that. Both Lexilla and I donated 7 coins over the course of the game, so that was 7 points. So yeah, that's the end game scoring, that's the final score. And yeah, that was pretty fun actually. And just wanted to show you something before I sign off here. There was a Kickstarter for the Tokaido Collector's Edition. I wanted to do this video during the Kickstarter, but it sort of fell into a time when I was having some computer issues, so I couldn't make this recording for you at the time. Goal, of course, was 40,000. They've made a butt ton more than that. And this is going to be really, really nice. In the basic game, all of these pieces are just represented by generic meeples, or you can even by pawns. But in this version, I'm just going to scroll down and show it to you. It's all going to be represented by these guys, and it's going to be a different figure for different characters. So whatever character you draft from is the character that you play with. As a Kickstarter backer, I'm going to get them painted. But the basic game, but the game when it comes out in stores, you can get them. The figures will still come unpainted, but still, it's going to look beautiful. I'm expecting this sometime in November, and it'll be the first time I'll be playing this game over the table once I do get this game. This was a game I learned how to play on Board Game Arena, so it gives you an idea of how easy and accessible it is. I played this by accident. The first time I played this was by accident. And what can I tell you? It's fun time. I love this game, and I hope you do too. So if anyone ever has questions about Tokaido or any other game here on the Board Game Arena, or would like to join me for a video, leave a comment below or send me a private message, and I'll answer as soon as I can, of course. So with that in mind, have a good one everyone. I will see you next time.